Hey YouTube! Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Starburst Loom Bracelet. You're going to need to pick your colours. For the perimeter, I'm going to be using black, and for the inside, I'm going to be using pink and yellow. So here's all of my colours and stuff. Don't know if you can see, but that doesn't matter. We're going to need a hook and a loom. You can't do this bracelet on your fingers. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get the end and put a black band from that peg to that peg. From there to there. Then you're going to get another band and put it from that peg to that peg. Like that. Then you're going to get another band and put it up. You're going to make sure that the hard bit, the back bit, there's a hole here to get your hook down in. You're going to make sure that the bit that you're starting on is a hard bit at the back that you cannot get the hook down. So you've got these little things. You're going to want to make sure that you're putting them in a U shape and not an N shape. U, not N, for placing your bands. And put another one from here to here. I'm just going to fix my lighting. I just made my lighting a little bit better. So you're going to continue doing this all the way up your loom. Watch me or fast forward. You can fast forward if you want. So you're just going to put the bands all the way up your loom, like so. Making sure that you're keeping with your scheme, if you have a scheme. If you're just doing random rainbow colours, then it doesn't really matter. As long as two colours aren't touching. Like, if you're doing random rainbow colours, make sure to space them out. With colour scheming and stuff. And don't use colours that clash really badly. You're going to want to get the perfect variation with light and dark. I might make a video on colour scheming. I don't know. That one's kind of thin. I think that one might break, so I'm going to put that back. Yeah. If you put a band on and you feel like it's going to break, or if it's so thin, it's stretched so much that you can't see it, like it's kind of small. Like my loom stuff comes with these little capping bands that are slightly smaller. I do use them sometimes. Sometimes they just look too thin. Actually, that one's fine. Sometimes they look too thin against it and they look like they're going to break. And then you put that in there. So right at the very end, you've done everything else. You put that. You don't go up. You go from here to here, to the middle, and do exactly the same on the other side. So it should look like this. I should have used a lighter colour because my lighting isn't that good, but it should have them up this end and up this end going the same direction. Now you're going to place your starbursts. You're going to start at this end with the hole there. So the opposite end to where you started before. But I started on the arrow, so you're going to start on the ones with the two pegs in it. Or if you started the other way, vice versa. And place starburst. So place your first one from here to here. I'm going to move into a room with better lighting. Hang on a minute. Hey guys. Sorry, the lighting in my bathroom is much better than the lighting in my bedroom. So the first pink one from here to here, or whatever colour you're using, I really don't want to dictate to people what colours they should use, because I think that's kind of harsh. It's a fatal mistake that a lot of loomers on YouTube do. They say like, oh, you're going to want to do this with this colour and that with like this. Kind of a bit mean, because I think People should be able to use whatever colours they want. So you're going to put the next one from there to there. Then you're going to put the next one from here upwards. From here down. Sorry if my hand's getting in the way. I've got big fat fingers. And then that to there. So it should look like that. And then last final one, push all of them down, going down, like that. So it looks like a little star. Like that. Get the next one. Yellow should be really easy to see, especially against my hand. So you put it from here to here, going down in a single chain row. And then the next one, exactly the same as before. Going up and up again. And then down. And down. Push all of your bands down. And again, just forward in a single chain motion. So you should have one of each colour, or if you're doing the same colour, then it's just, you should have two on your loom by now. And you're just going to keep doing these stars all the way down your loom, going in whatever order and colour you choose. Rainbow loom is really fascinating and really fun and easy to do. It's easy and it's really, really enjoyable. It's a quick hobby. I suggest it for anyone with very little patience because it does not take a long time. They are not huge projects, like they don't take you weeks like certain things like knitting and crochet and sewing projects, which might take you a very long time. These you can do in a matter of 10 to 15 minutes per bracelet. Unless you're making something bigger, like a hat or the glove. Hats and gloves do take a long time. I don't even know how to do them. I think it's a bit of a waste of bands to make like hats and gloves and stuff. It's kind of a waste, so I would never do it. But so I know some people do that sort of stuff, and I'd imagine that takes quite a long time, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe. But just to make a bracelet can be done 15 to 20 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes depending on how good you are at it. They look very fashionable as well. Even Kate Middleton. I'm not a big fan of the royal family. Don't think I'm some royal hippie here, but I've heard that Kate Middleton was seen wearing one, so if you like that sort of thing. I really don't like the royal family, and please don't bum me in a shower for saying this, but I don't want some posh weirdos coming up to me when I'm camping and bumming me or anything, but they're not my thing, but I've heard from various sources that Kate Middleton wears them, and lots of celebrities wear them. I don't mind celebrities, I just really don't like the royal family. I don't really have something against them, I just don't like them. But I like celebrities, well some of them anyway. There are some I don't like, but so I've heard that just a lot of influential people are wearing them, and they're very quick to make, and I imagine that these people find them very fun. I can just imagine Kate Middleton sitting there with her stuff. So you should have these down your loom now, like that. So now it's time to hook. You're going to get a cap band. I'm going to use black. And put it into a double loop and put it on the end here, on the same end that you started your very first black on, that you've just finished on. So the last one you ended up with doing your stars. And then it's the hard bit. Actually, I think I might be starting at the wrong end. Silly me. Here I am. Okay, ignore that. start at the end that you started your starbursts on. So there. Don't start at the end that you start placing your bands on. Start on the end that you started your starburst on. And the first thing you're going to do is loop your starbursts. So go underneath. It's really hard working backwards for me. So go underneath all of these bands, these black cat bands, and grab your colour, your coloured band, not your perimeter colour, your star colour, and loop it forward in a chain. And then get the top colour, the very top one that's like they go in a row down. Grab it and put it forward. Mine happens to be this one. I don't know why, but and then do that with all of them. Doesn't really matter. And just loop them back up on themselves. This is an intermediate to advanced level bracelet. I'll be back when I'll finish this star, then I'll show you the next one. So now you've done that star, looping them back up on themselves, and you've looped your single chain yellow or whatever colour you're using forward. You go in, get your top band, you loop it back. And you do exactly the same for the next star. I'll come back when I've done all of the stars. So I've looped all of my stars now, and now I'm going to get to work on the perimeter bands. So you go in underneath your cat bands again, and pull back the black band. The black band that's the top. You don't want to loop them with it in betweening with each other. Just to the side with the cat band stretched nicely and fatly in the middle. Like that. And then you're just going to do a single chain going underneath all your bands, your coloured starburst bands and your black perimeter bands. Underneath all of them, get the bottom one, put it forward in a single chain. If you don't know what a single chain is, then you shouldn't be attempting this bracelet, because a single chain's like the first thing you make. And then a fishtail, and then kind of working up to stuff like this. Go in, you get your bottom one, you put it in. Now you should make a teardrop shape, like that. You keep doing this all the way up your loom, going in the same pattern and direction as you placed them. So when you get to the top, you're not going to go forward, of course you're going to go in. So just follow the black bands in the same pattern that you were doing them. Go forward and forward underneath all of your bands, otherwise it will all fall apart. Should make a teardrop shape. If you can feel tension on a band you think it's going to break, what you do is you lift apart your coloured ones to release the tension, like that, and then you pull it through. Helps you have 2 hooks to do that, really. I have a gazillion hooks. I have hooks. With every pack of bands I buy, there's always a hook in there. So I have a hook for every pack of bands I bought. So I have a quadrillion hooks. I always use my metal one for looming though. And then I use the rest of them for holding and releasing tension. So if you feel a band's going to break, then you go in and you release the tension and then you pull the band forward. So it's not really being squeezed as much as it would be if you didn't do that. So I do use my plastic ones, but I use my metal one for the main looming. And you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. I'll be back when I finish the other side. So that's all of them. I've looped my entire bracelet. Now I'm going to go down through all of these bracelets in this hole that you finish on. And I'm going to grab another band of the colour of my choice, going for my scheme. I'm going to use black, like my other cat band. So this is going to be like a cat band, but for the other end. You pull your cat band through, like that. You place it on. Like my lighting is getting darker by the minute, so I'm going to need to hurry this up. And then you can just pull it off. Gently though, otherwise your bands might break. And you don't want your bands to break. Because if one band breaks, then the whole bracelet could fall apart. So you're going to want to do it. Some people on YouTube just go like that, but whenever I do that, I've always broken a band. So I like to be precautious and do it extremely gently. So if you can see I'm pulling it off, you should be able to see it more brightly as I'm pulling it off, as the colours sort of mesh together. Because when they're stretched, they're sort of faded. Well, they're not, but the colours become a lot brighter when they're in the middle, when they're all hunched together. They become much more effective. Pulling them off like this. I'll be back when I've pulled the entire bracelet off. So now you've got your finished bracelet. It should look like this. If I put this up to the light, I'll put it in. It should look like that. Now we're going to finish it with an extension. So you're going to get your final cat bands that are here and put them. So actually first, you're not going to, sorry. First you're going to put this, so I'm going to be doing my, my yellow and pink theme. Going 1, I need 9 bands for my wrist to fit comfortably. 2, I need 7 to 9 bands. I'm going to use 9 because I don't like it too tight. I don't like it really loose, but I like it so it stays on. It doesn't jog about, but it's not cutting off my circulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just going to be a single chain. 6. 7, 8, 9. So you're going to have your 9 bands going up there. Now you're going to get the last 2 bands, your last capping band, put it on your finger. If you take it straight off, it will fall apart. The entire bracelet will fall apart, so be very careful not to let it go for 1 second. And put it on, like that. Now, I can just about do the extension in the air, but I could never have done the rest of it in the air, so sorry if it's kind of dark. You go underneath, and my loom's falling apart, and you grab the pink one, and you're just going to do a single chain. And if you're attempting to make a starburst, I presume you know what a single chain is, so I'm not going to bother explaining it. Because to be honest, if you're attempting starburst, then you pretty much know the deal with extensions and all that jazz. So you go down, next one, I do not sell my loom bands, I'm working up a collection of them. So now you've done it, you're going to get an S-clip or a C-clip. I cannot find C-clips anywhere in this country. I know they're more popular in the US, But in the UK, I cannot find C-clips anywhere. Every pack that I bought in the United Kingdom has had S-clips in it. But it's fine, I don't really mind either way. Well, I've never tried a C-clip, to be honest. I never even laid eyes on one. Oh, of course I have on YouTube, but not in real life. But, I do wish they sold them here, though, because it'd be cool to see what they are like. But I'm just going to use my S-clip. I've got tons of these, so I can make millions of bracelets. I've got, like, I think I might have over 30 clips. Put it off. Like that. And get the cap band that you put on, the one that should be circular, and get it between your fingers, and put it around, and put it on the other end. And there you have your Starburst bracelet. I'm going to put mine on to show you guys what it looks like. So there you have it. There's the chain. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I am Reborn Lover 99557. Please comment, rate and subscribe.